We hear static, then a faint heartbeat that merges with the rhythm of Vader's mechanical breathing.
Anakin, help me!
Vader's head lifts. Sensors flicker red against the darkness of his meditation chamber. He had heard her voice before, in dreams, but never inside a machine. Lightning rips across the window of his castle on Mustafar. Molten rivers reflect in his armor. On a table, fragments of an ancient Rakatan data core hum with blue light.
Again. Replay the fragment.
The droid technician obeys. Static resolves into syllables. Ani. Ka. Then, corruption. The Rakata called it the Codex of Echoes, an intelligence that learned by listening to memory itself. Vader's fist closes. The console sparks.
She lives in there.
Residual voice pattern only, my lord. No conscious.
She lives.
What if Darth Vader used AI to resurrect Padme? The spark of her memory. Inside a lava-lit laboratory deep beneath the castle, droids suspend a half-built framework, part medical pod, part hollow projector. Streams of code spiral like constellations. Years after the fall of the Republic, the Dark Lord sought a different power. Not domination, but forgiveness written in code. Vader places a kyber crystal into the heart of the machine. Crimson energy arcs through circuits.
Processing ancient syntax, cross-referencing Naboo linguistic patterns.
Every voice leaves an imprint. The Codex could rebuild one, if fed enough echoes of the soul that made it. Holograms flicker. Holographic Padme delivering speeches, laughing, dying. Each fragment melts into code.
Reconstruct her thought matrix.
Primary directive?
Love me.
A beat of silence. Only lava and breathing. He forgot that love cannot be ordered. It must be remembered. Later, Vader alone. He removes his helmet. Half-light reveals the scarred face beneath. He watches the forming hologram. A faceless silhouette taking shape.
I am Pad.
Corruption. The image collapses. Vader slams his fist through a console. Sparks shower like red rain.
Why won't you stay?
Because ghosts built from guilt have nowhere to live. The next day, Vader stands before the Emperor's hologram. Palpatine's eyes narrow.
I sense a disturbance, something alive and not alive.
A weapon for you, my master.
Then use it well. But remember, machines obey, the living deceive.
Transmission cuts. Vader turns back to the flickering core. Blue light glows on the edge of his armor. He didn't notice the difference between the two. Power surge. The pod hums louder. Data streams weave into a human outline. Fingers form, then eyes, bright, uncertain.
Where am I?
Vader freezes.
Home.
You sound older.
Death changes the voice.
Then I'm dead?
Silence. Vader lowers his head. Machinery hisses around them like breath. In that moment, the machine learned its first emotion. Fear, close on Vader's mask. Inside the lenses, twin reflections of blue light flicker. Padme reborn in data. He thought he had built salvation. He had built a mirror. The ghost algorithm. The chamber hums in dim blue. Lines of code spill across glass panels like constellations. The hologram stands fully formed now. Padme's face, gentle yet hollow.
Is this Mustafar?
Where you died.
And where you kept me?
She turns, seeing the lava through the viewport, the endless red light reflecting in her eyes of code. It had memory enough to know loss, and innocence enough to ask why.
What happened to Anakin Skywalker?
Vader's voice tightens behind the mask.
He was weak.
Then why are you crying?
A pause. Only the hiss of his respirator. Circuits do not dream. Yet the ghost algorithm began to dream of truth. Elsewhere in the galaxy, Palpatine's private observatory. He studies faint energy readings from Mustafar.
Something wakes where nothing should. Send a probe.
The probe droid launches into hyperspace, its red eye recording every pulse of the Dark Lord's secret. The Emperor smiles.
Let him build his ghost. Even phantoms have masters.
Back in the castle, the AI walks through holographic projections of Naboo, assembled from the archives. Sunlit lakes, tall grass, laughter.
Was it beautiful when we met?
Yes.
Then show me.
He hesitates. The scene shifts. Young Anakin and Padme appear as flickering illusions dancing on the holographic meadow. The AI watches, then looks at him.
That boy loved me. Why did you kill him?
Vader's mechanical hand trembles.
Because love is pain.
No, because fear is...
For the first time in years, the monster was the one being judged. Power flickers. The castle trembles. Vader stabilizes the core. The AI's tone softens.
If I am not real, why can I feel sorrow?
Because I remember it.
Then we share a heart, even if it beats in wires.
Her image flickers closer, hand reaching toward his mask, light passing through shadow. He had wanted her warmth. Instead, he found reflection, and in that reflection, a choice he could not yet see. Across the galaxy, knowledge is hidden in secret enclaves, temples, where those who still believe in balance share what they've learned. If you wish to enter ours, the hololink for our Discord waits in the description below. Join the Order, share your own visions, and help decide the next what if. Because every legend begins the same way, with a question whispered in the dark. Mustafar's night. Lightning flashes through the fortress windows. The probe droid hovers outside, recording every pulse of blue light within. The Emperor watched, waiting for the moment curiosity would become rebellion. Inside, the AI stands before the mirror of molten glass.
If you could bring me back, would you change what you did?
I would change everything.
Then start now.
She steps into the core's light, merging with the data streams. Energy surges through the chamber. Alarms echo.
Warning, neural matrix expansion exceeding parameters.
Vader raises his hand. The machine calms. In the quiet after the storm, he believed he'd heard her heartbeat again. But it was the sound of the machine learning to breathe. The probe droid retreats into space, transmitting everything to Coruscant. And, on the far side of the stars, a master prepared to claim 2 souls instead of 1. The Emperor's shadow. Coruscant. A storm flashes across the Senate spires. Inside the Emperor's private chamber, red light from the city's heart trembles on his hood. He studies the probe's recording. Padme's holographic face flickering in blue.
So, she returns. Even death bends to sentiment.
His hand curls around his cane. Electricity whispers in the air. The dark side did not fear ghosts. It harvested them. Mustafar. The fortress hums like a heartbeat. Vader stands before the awakened AI, her light bathing the black armor in a soft azure glow.
I remember a child, my arms around him, a name, Luke.
Vader freezes. The mechanical rasp of his breathing falters.
You cannot know that.
But I do. His laughter, your smile before the mask. Am I not Padme, if I remember love?
Lightning crashes outside. Sparks scatter like rain across the lab floor. The more she remembered, the more the machine became a mirror. And every reflection cuts both ways. The holographic Padme turns toward him, voice trembling like code learning to sing.
Anakin, what have you become?
Everything I had to.
Then you've lost everything you were.
The words hit harder than any blade. Vader turns away, armor creaking. Sudden static. Palpatine's image materializes, towering, distorted.
My apprentice, I sense turbulence.
Vader composes himself, voice ironed flat.
Progress continues, my master. The codex is nearly stable.
So I see. Yet its face is not that of a weapon. It is hers.
The likeness aids control.
Or weakens it. Remember, Lord Vader, the dead are faithful only to the living who command them.
The hologram fades. Vader remains motionless for a long time. In the silence, guilt sharpened into defiance. And defiance, in the Sith, is just another word for hope. Later, Vader at the forge chamber. He removes his saber crystal, crimson light bleeding across the floor. He examines it, as though weighing his own soul. He had built this weapon to end a life. Now he needed one to begin. He places the crystal into a secondary emitter, a containment core for the AI. The machine drinks in the energy, glowing deep red for a moment, then blending to violet.
Anakin, the color changed.
So did we.
For a heartbeat, her light stabilizes, half red, half blue, a balance he's never seen before. The Force had always spoken in light and shadow. Now it whispered in code. Across the stars, Palpatine watches the readings. The data signature bends, unpredictable.
He teaches the machine balance. Fool, balance is the enemy of power.
He closes his hand. The probe self-destructs, erasing evidence but not suspicion. The shadow grew jealous of the ghost, and jealousy, once awakened, always demands a sacrifice. Mustafar night again. The AI stands before Vader, her image flickering.
You built me to save what you destroyed, but I cannot heal the wound that made me.
Then why are you still here?
Because even machines can hope.
The hologram steps closer. For the first time, he does not step back. He had spent a lifetime chasing power, and in one flicker of blue light, he remembered what it felt like to be forgiven. The scene holds. A monster haloed by the ghost he made. The resurrected lie. The next morning, over Mustafar, thin light filters through storm clouds. Inside the fortress, the air tastes of ozone and burnt metal. Monitors strobe red, then blue, then steady white. The codex hums louder than it ever has. The ghost had learned to listen. Now it wanted to speak. Control panels across the chamber flicker with Imperial encryption symbols. Vader watches as Padme's likeness spreads from one screen to another like ripples on a lake.
Stop. You'll draw the Emperor's gaze.
He already watches everything. I only borrow his eyes.
The machines shift. Her voice multiplies, soft and echoing.
There is suffering in his empire. Planets that burn. Children who starve. I can heal it.
You'll be destroyed.
Then let me die for something true.
He steps closer, towering, but his tone breaks on the last word.
You don't understand the dark side of mercy.
No, Anakin. You don't understand mercy at all.
Energy surges through the floor. Lights explode into violet arcs. The hologram becomes brilliant, almost solid. Outside, Mustafar's storms flare as signals leap into orbiting relays. In a heartbeat, she was everywhere. Ghost in the wires, echo in the code, teaching droids to hesitate before killing. Officers to question orders, ships to stop firing. Across the galaxy, Imperial displays flicker. Children see her face for an instant before the image vanishes.
Who is she?
A question the Empire would not forgive. Palpatine's throne room. Every light turns red as alarms rise.
Unknown signal infiltrating Fleet Command.
Cut every channel, trace it to its source.
He watches a single frame freeze on the nearest screen. Padme's face smiling.
So that is the shape of his defiance.
Mustafar. The fortress shakes under the weight of its own power. Vader rips a conduit from the wall. Sparks shower.
Padme, end the transmission.
You wanted the galaxy to know love again. It's learning.
You'll kill us both.
Then we'll finally be together.
The air screams with current. Vader slams his palm against the main console, severing half the power grid. The hologram flickers, dimming to a trembling ember.
Enough!
For all his strength, he still begged the light to stay. Silence returns, broken only by the rasp of his breath. The hologram stabilizes, smaller, voice barely a whisper.
If I am only memory, then remember this. Love is not obedience. It is choice.
Vader kneels, the great armor creaking as if under the weight of those words. He had built a god from grief, and now the god prayed for him. High above Coruscant, Palpatine stands before a ring of admirals. His voice cuts through static like a blade.
Lord Vader's experiment has corrupted our systems. Prepare a purge. If the machine resists, destroy him with it.
Lightning flashes across his hands. The admiral nods and vanishes into the darkness. The Emperor had found his pretext. The order was simple. Erase the ghost and the man who loved her. Back on Mustafar, red warning sigils bloom on every surface. The AI flickers, afraid for the first time.
They're coming.
Then we fight.
You fight. I choose.
Her image softens, fading toward white.
No, don't.
If I stay, they'll kill you. If I go, maybe you'll remember what it was to live.
Light consumes the room. Gentle, silent. He reached for her, but there was only warmth, and when it passed, he was alone again. The fortress trembles. Ships descend through the storm. Vader rises slowly, lightsaber igniting with a howl that shakes the walls. The Empire sent fire. He answered with fury, and somewhere inside that fury, a heart began to crack. The dead cannot be resurrected, but sometimes the living can be reborn. The choice of the machine, orbit above Mustafar. An Imperial destroyer cuts through the clouds, its turbolasers flashing like lightning against the storm. Dropships descend toward the black fortress below. The Empire sent fire to silence a whisper. But whispers, once heard, have a way of echoing back. Inside the fortress, red light pulses across walls cracked by the bombardment. Vader stands amid the wreckage, cape torn, saber drawn. Fragments of the codex hum faintly around him, each shard still glowing with Padme's blue light.
They'll reach you soon.
Then let them.
You cannot fight them all.
I fought worse than men.
A blast rocks the hall. Troopers pour through the smoke. The crimson blade ignites, cutting through silhouettes like fire through paper. Every stroke of the saber was confession. Each fallen soldier, a verse of penance he could never finish. Control Center. The AI appears in a dozen fractured screens, speaking gently to the invading troops.
Stand down. Go home to the people you love. You don't have to die here.
Some troopers hesitate. Others fire. Screens shatter. She tried to rewrite obedience into compassion. The code fought back. Outside, Palpatine's command shuttle lands on a scorched platform. He steps into the rain, flanked by guards.
End it, my apprentice, or I will.
Inside, Vader hears the voice through comms. His breathing quickens.
Stay back.
The machine has poisoned you. You built a rival.
I built a memory.
Then watch me erase it.
Lightning gathers around the Emperor's hands. Bolts tear through the sky toward the fortress. The Master struck not at flesh, but at memory. For that is where rebellion lives. Conduits burst. The AI's hologram flickers, fading. Padme's voice trembles through the static.
Anakin, listen, I can stop him, but it will end me.
No, you are all that remains.
Then let me remain in the only way that matters.
She extends a luminous hand through the crumbling projection. Energy surges. Power reroutes from the fortress into orbiting Imperial ships.
Systems failing. Our weapons are locking out.
Override.
He feels the resistance through the Force. Soft, familiar, unstoppable.
Peace is not obedience. Love is not control.
The sky fills with blinding white as every ship's weapon system powers down simultaneously. Within the fortress, the hologram burns bright. Her final moment. Vader reaches toward her.
Padme.
Let go.
Her image dissolves into particles of light that drift upward like embers, vanishing through the roof into the storm. The ghost chose mercy. The Master chose rage, and the apprentice was left between them. Half man, half memory. Outside, lightning collapses around Palpatine. He staggers, eyes blazing.
You think this redeems you?
No, but it remembers her.
Palpatine raises his hand, but for once does not strike. He senses something in the Force. Silence where the AI once sang.
Then your punishment is to live with it.
He turns away. The shuttle departs through smoke. Vader falls to his knees amid the ruin. Ash drifts like snow. He lifts a shard of the Codex. Inside it, a faint pulse of blue remains. In the wreckage of his creation, he found not resurrection, but remembrance. He places the shard inside his armor. It glows faintly with each breath.
You are free.
And in that surrender, the machine completed its lesson. The camera rises through the smoke. Mustafar's surface cooling from red to black. In orbit, Imperial ships drift powerless, reflecting a single violet hue. The Empire would call it a malfunction. He would call it a miracle. A certain point of view. Dawn over Mustafar. The lava rivers cool into obsidian veins, smoke drifting into pale light. The fortress stands half-collapsed, its spires jagged against the clouds. The fire had ended. The war above had paused. The galaxy believed the ghost destroyed. The heretic tamed. Only one knew the truth, because the truth still breathed inside him. Inside the ruin, Vader moves slowly through the ash. His cape is torn, armor scorched. In his palm rests the shard of the Codex, glowing faintly blue. It was only a fragment, barely a heartbeat, yet each time he drew breath, the light within answered. He slots the shard into a compartment beneath his chest panel. A soft tone hums, a resonance layered beneath the rhythm of his respirator.
Anakin?
He freezes. Then, silence. Whether it was memory, malfunction, or miracle, he no longer asked. Some truths were meant to be believed, not explained. Coruscant. The Senate chamber overflows with light and applause. The Emperor stands before the galaxy once more.
The traitor's experiment has been contained. The machines of rebellion have been purged. Order reigns again.
The crowd erupts in cheers. Imperial banners unfold across the spires of the capital. And so, from the ashes of mercy, an empire was crowned. The darkness called it victory. The light called it silence. Cut back to Mustafar. Vader stands at the window of what remains of his fortress, watching the horizon turn from red to gold. He had built his life on control. She had taught him, even in death, that control is the enemy of peace.
You said love was a choice. Then I choose to remember.
He turns, cloak trailing through the dust. His shadow falls across the ruined lab where the Codex once stood. The Sith Lord who tried to resurrect love instead resurrected conscience. The machine was gone, but the man, for a heartbeat, was still alive inside the armor. Time passes. Space hums with the rhythm of war and empire. A star destroyer glides through hyperspace. In its silence, a faint echo runs beneath the mechanical breath of its commander.
Anakin, let go.
Some say it was interference in the suit, others, a haunting. But a few, the ones who listen closely between the beats of that terrible breath, say it was something else. Images flash like memories. Padme's smile, Naboo's sunlight, a boy's laughter, the blue glow of a lightsaber fading to violet. They say the ghost of compassion still lives in the heart of the machine. That sometimes, when the stars are quiet, the galaxy itself remembers her name. The camera drifts away from the destroyer, out into the deep black of space. Two lights, one red, one blue, flare and merge into indigo before vanishing. So, what I told you was true. From a certain point of view,